you're going? Yeah, I'm talking to you, idiot!
Could you please stop screaming like a maniac at random strangers while we're in bumper-to-bumper traffic? The last thing I need is for them to jump out of the car with a baseball bat.
I deal with you on a regular basis. A baseball bat would not scare me. Oh, come on!
Oh, that's great. Then beat the hell out of the horn. That'll break up this traffic. Not to mention how pleasant it's making this entire situation.
You know what? I don't appreciate your sarcasm.
Well, I don't appreciate your temper.
What was that? You don't appreciate my temper?
No, I don't.
Okay, I think it's time we had a bit of a reality check here. You and I both have tempers, but there is a major difference between the two. When you say something that pisses me off, my temper comes out and it lasts for about 15 minutes. Now, when I say something that pisses you off, your temper comes out also. However, it lasts for several days and leaves a path of devastation and regret for miles and miles.
This just in. Hurricane Maria has now escalated to a Category 5 hurricane. Here's how this will affect your relationship. You can expect loud, thunderous shouting to last for hours, which will keep the neighbors awake and curious about whether there's a murder taking place at your home. Anticipate your personal items to be broken, flushed down the toilet, or tossed on the front lawn. You can also expect your crazy family members to be brought up, especially your Uncle Ronnie and your mother. And finally, we're predicting at least 37 inches of salty tears and bitterness to remain towards the end of the week or until you buy a diamond bracelet.
That's what it's like when you lose your temper.
I don't lose my temper. I know exactly where it is at all times. Thank you very much.
Well, then stop acting like you're above having one, as if you transcend the anger and are now resting on top of the gene pool.
I do not act like I'm on top of the gene pool, but when I do, I'm at Walmart. You've got a lot of nerve, though, because I've seen you blow up at some really stupid things.
Like what?
Oh, God forbid we get to a restaurant on Saturday night and we have to wait for 45 minutes.
Hi, I'd like a table for two, please.
That's gonna be about 45 minutes. Should I put your name on the list?
That's not fair. You know I get hangry if I have to wait too long to eat.
That's why you need to compensate for your hanger issues and carry a candy bar around with you.
I'm not like you. Chocolate does not solve all my life problems. And you do not have the right to tell me that I get mad at stupid things. You get mad if I so much as smile at my iPhone.
Kendrick, as it is, I compete 24/7 with that damn thing for your attention. I do not also need to compete for the ability to make you happy. I don't care what kind of joy you're finding on that screen. I will not be part of it.
Oh, that's nice. Because I don't need Google Maps or anything to figure out how to get there.
Watch your tone.
Welcome to the beginning stages of an argument in your relationship.
What do you mean, watch my tone?
Your volume is starting to raise and I'm not appreciating it.
I'm getting louder because you're not listening to me.
Both parties are going to have to very strategically decide each and every move from here on out. Otherwise, they will end up looking like the bad guy. And no one wants to be labeled the bad guy, because once you attain that title, you will never wash the stain away.
I'll start listening when you stop speaking to me like that.
Well, I lowered my volume, so can you please answer
You still have a tone I don't like.
I'm having a hard time since you're focused on every single way sound is exiting my body.
Excuse me, why does he only have one piece?
That's because in an argument with a woman, a man automatically starts out with a handicap. Anyway, they're gonna need to exercise a little patience with each other so that they can understand where each other is.
You're driving me insane! It's like you're only focusing on my volume so that you don't have to address the issue I brought up.
Well, I refuse to be spoken to like this.
Okay, well, allow me to explain what I'm dealing with here. I'm not asking for sympathy because after 4 years of dating, I know you're incapable of achieving that emotion during an argument. You are very talented
Thank you.
at finding one of my nerves and then smashing it into unrecognizable particles of desolation and anger. How do you do that?
Barbara, someday you're gonna find someone very special. And then I'm going to marry them? Perhaps. But before you do, I want to teach you an important lesson that all mommies need to teach their daughters. Find someone who treats me like a princess? No, honey. Find someone who you can control easily. Learn their weaknesses and use them against them in every situation possible. But beware, men are not as strong as women. They break much more easily, so you must push them to the brink of insanity but never past it. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Nope.
Kendrick, I want to talk to you about something.
Yeah, Dad?
Someday, you're gonna meet someone special who takes your breath away. Literally takes your breath away and makes you feel like you can't breathe.
Like Mommy?
Yes, like Mommy. And every father needs to prepare their children for what happens next. Because the moment you meet that special person is the last time you will ever be right again.
I don't understand.
Get used to not understanding things, son. Because you will never be able to understand how a woman's mind operates. And trying to figure that out will be the end of your sanity. So enjoy it while you still have it.
Are you saying Mommy made you crazy?
Yes, son.
How crazy?
Watch The Shining.
Hello? Kendrick?
Yeah?
You spaced out in the middle of arguing with me.
Oh, sorry.
Are you alright? You seem a bit shaken.
I'm just, thinking back to the moment I first met you.
Aw, babe, that's actually kind of sweet. No, don't go!
But do you really like her?
Yes?
Then I must go.
Part of a relationship involves managing expectations. This can become very tricky if you find yourself in a relationship with a woman. Because on any given day, a woman walks through life with about 13 different personalities. Don't believe me? Have you ever lived with one? Their reactions to everyday situations can drastically vary depending on the personality of the hour. Babe, I made some breakfast for us.
Oh my god, French toast is my favorite! You're the best! I shouldn't be eating carbs. Now I'm so tired. I told you I don't eat before I have coffee. You never listen to me.
This creates a particularly difficult situation. Because when your partner is not happy, it will affect your own happiness. In other words, you'll want to help them find a way to become happy as soon as possible. If you're dating a guy, it's a pretty easy process. Give them food, sex, video games, and either sports or electronics or both. For women, you have to be able to decipher which personality you're dealing with before you can implement the proper strategy to navigate through. Here's a basic list of her personalities and a roadmap of how to deal with them. Her waking up personality. This can potentially be one of the darkest personalities a woman can exude as she's been uncaffeinated for over 8 hours. I suggest hooking her up to a Starbucks latte drip moments before she wakes up. Her hating her outfit personality. This is a tricky personality to deal with because she will try to trap you with your own words.
Ugh, nothing fits me right. Which outfit do you like best?
The pink dress.
Why?
Stop right there. Do not give an explanation. It will only put you in the doghouse. The only acceptable response is you look great in all of them. If she looks awful in all of them, still say you look great in all of them. Her I don't know what I want to eat personality. She's gonna go back and forth about various options, but I'm gonna save you some time here. Order pizza. She'll be happy every time. Her I had a bad day at work personality. When she comes home from work after a bad day, she will want to talk about it. And talk she will, for a long time. You'll need to stock up on Red Bull and pasta, because these situations can easily turn into venting marathons where all she wants you to do is 2 things. Listen and nod. As a matter of fact, most of the time, the listen and nod strategy will be the safest response. In the event that it does not seem to calm her down, leave the premises as fast as possible. Don't take any valuables with you. Don't stop to grab your phone. Just go.
Tonight, we are diving into a disturbing statistic. 1% of the 323 million people living in this country are psychopathic.
Oh my god.
A psychopath takes on many forms. They are a serial charmer, a cunning manipulator, with a tendency to distort reality. In relationships, they engineer drama and paranoia. They typically go from being infatuated to bored in the blink of an eye.
Come cuddle me. Get off me. It's hot in here.
Partners, in fact, go from being their perfect soulmate to nothing is ever good enough.
How many times have I told you not to leave the seat up?
You might even be dating a psychopath. They are overwhelmingly attentive.
Oh, wow, that was fast.
They constantly need help or pity.
Babe, I've been on my feet all day. I sure could use a massage.
They are financially irresponsible.
Babe, I'm not gonna be able to pay rent this month, but I got these!
And they are incapable of change.
Oh my god, I've had bangs this length since I was manufactured.
The good news is that once psychopaths are gone from your life, For good, the drama dissipates, and your sanity returns.
Babe, I'm home.
Hello to my favorite person in the world. How was your day?
I'm scared. Why are you acting this way? And where's the TV?
It's robbing our brains with ridiculous information that would only tear us apart. I'm normal. Do you like my bangs?
Wow.